Hello. Welcome to Weltbet channel. The transfer window of the winter of 2023 has ended, and it's time to take stock. Weltbet names the 15 most expensive transitions of this period. 5 of them were made by Chelsea. Todd Bowley spent more than €320 million in the winter, and most of the most expensive transfers were made by Premier League clubs. PSV made a good profit, earned €78 million on the transfers of Kodi, Gakpo and Noni Madueke. So we start. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is the most expensive transfer of this window and the most expensive acquisition in the history of Chelsea. Benfica resisted all January, but still broke. The Londoners will pay the Portuguese €120 million in several tranches. Mikhail Mudryk. Chelsea have agreed with Shakhtar on the transfer of Mikhail Mudryk. The cost of the transition is €70 million. Another €40 million are provided as bonuses. The Blues have agreed a contract with the player for more than 7 years. In the current season of the UPL, Mudryk scored 7 goals and gave 7 assists in 12 matches. Anthony Gordon. Newcastle have announced the acquisition of midfielder Anthony Gordon from Everton. According to insider Fabrizio Romano, the transfer cost £40 million. Another €5 million are provided in the form of bonuses. The 21-year-old Englishman has played 16 matches in the Premier League this season and scored 3 goals. Kodi Gakpo. Head coach of the English club Liverpool Jurgen Klopp is trying to save the season by buying another attacking player, Kodi Gakpo, from PSV for €42 million, not including bonuses. Gakpo is the star of the World Cup and one of the leaders of Europe in effective, although it still seems that the purchase of a central midfielder is a more pressing issue for Liverpool. Benoit Badiashile. Chelsea have announced the transfer of Monaco defender Benoit Badiashile. The club signed a contract with the 21-year-old Frenchman for 7.5 years. Chelsea paid Monaco €37 million for the defender, which makes the Monaco graduate the second most expensive defender transfer in the club's history. Noni Madueke. Chelsea also has announced the signing of midfielder Noni Madueke, who previously played for Dutch PSV. The agreement with the 20-year-old midfielder of the England youth national team is designed for 7.5 years with the possibility of extension for another year. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, it cost the Blue €35 million. Vitinha. 22-year-old striker Vitinha has moved from Braga to Marseille. The transfer amount of the player amounted to €25 million and €7 million as bonuses, which is a record for a French club. The contract is for 4.5 years. Vitinha has played 27 matches in all competitions this season, scored 13 goals and made 5 assists. Malo Gusto. Chelsea announced the transfer of Lyon defender Malo Gusto. The contract is signed until 2030. However, he will finish the season in Lyon, for which he has played so far. Gusto will join Chelsea in the summer of 2023. According to media reports, Chelsea will pay €30 million for the transfer of the 19-year-old defender and another €10 million in possible bonuses. Jorginho Rutter. Leeds United have announced the transfer of striker Jorginho Rutter from Hoffenheim. According to insiders, the transfer will cost the English club a record amount of €40 million. The previous record for the transfer amount in the history of Leeds belonged to Rodrigo Machado, for whom €30 million were paid in 2020. Kamaldeen Suleiman. It is unexpected to see the purchase of Southampton in the list of the most expensive acquisitions, but it rather proves that all the clubs from the Premier League are very rich. Southampton bought Rennes winger Suleiman for £22 million, breaking their transfer record. However, the transfer still raises questions. This season, left winger Kamaldeen Suleiman has played 20 matches for Rennes in all competitions, and in them he scored 1 goal and made 2 assists. Apparently, the Saints see a prospect in the 20-year-old Gans. Jakub Kiwior. Arsenal, which is rushing to the championship, made several acquisitions at once in the winter, and acted quite economically. The most expensive transfer was not Jorginho, not Trossard, but a defender from La Spezia. The Gunners paid €25 million for 22-year-old Jakub Kiwior to strengthen the center of defense. The Pole has recently seriously improved, played well at the World Cup, so the transition to a higher level is a logical reward for work. Leandro Trossard. Arsenal has announced the transfer of Leandro Trossard from Brighton. The 28-year-old winger has signed a contract with the Gunners until the summer of 2026 and will play under the 19th number. The Belgian cost Arsenal almost 3 times cheaper than Mikhail Mudryk. Intercepted by Chelsea transfer was cost €24 million. Leandro Trossard was a member of the Belgium squad at the recent World Cup 2022 in Qatar and has made 24 appearances for his country. Ilya Zabarny. Dynamo Kyiv central defender Ilya Zabarny has signed a 5-year contract with English Bournemouth. The media reports that the transfer amount will be €27 million. Zabarny is a graduate of Dynamo Kyiv. In the current season, he played 25 matches for the team in all tournaments, without being noted for effective actions. His contract with Kiev is valid until June 30, 2026. Dengo Utara. Burkina Faso striker Dengo Utara has moved from French Lorient to Bournemouth. The transfer is reported on the official website of the English club. It is noted that the agreement of the 20-year-old football player with Bournemouth is designed for 5.5 years. This season Utara played 18 matches in the French Championship for Lorient, scored 6 goals and made 5 assists. Danilo. Palmeiras midfielder Danilo has moved to Nottingham Forest. The 21-year-old Brazilian signed a contract with the Premier League club for 6.5 years, until 2029. In the new team, the midfielder will play under the 28th number. With Palmeiras, Danilo played 141 matches, 12 goals and 9 assists, won the Copa Libertadores twice and became the champion of Brazil in 2022.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss our new videos.